In this video, I will show you everything you need to know about this absolutely awesome mini sewing machine, also how to set up, and also I will show you a bunch of cool tips and tricks that you need to know if you want to get the best experience with it. First, let me show you how to properly set up to get the best results out of it. Also, what's cool, we can even use full-size spools on this machine, so I see a lot of people do not even realize. So you can actually pull this out here and actually put on this big spool here, so any standard spool will actually work. So to thread the top spool, it's the same as this small one. So you first start with this hole here. First remove this here. Also you see you have a spring here. Let's take our small bobbin here, put the spring back and push it back on, just like this. Okay, let's extend the thread a bit and let's start threading it. So first through this thing here, up, okay, and then next through this small, okay, and once you have your thread like this, we have to actually get it through this tensioning mechanism here. So what you do is you simply take this mechanism and spread it apart with fingers and get the thread to actually sit inside here. So you see it's actually inside, so you can take your fingers and see what's actually there. Using this turn wheel, we can lift up our arm and let's thread it through our arm here. Okay, just like this. Let's also extend it a bit more and then over here and through the needle mechanism as well. And next we need to thread it through the needle. So we thread it from the left side to the right side. Also, when threading your needle, make sure you have removed it from the power, or also remove the batteries from it as well. Also inside the box we get this tiny needle threader. Make sure the hook for the needle threader is facing down and push it through the eye of the needle. Hook the thread on the needle threader like this, and then simply pull out the needle threader. Let's see just how easy this is. Next, let's install the bottom bobbin. Remove this cover here. Also, it's very important that you actually lift up your presser foot using this lever here. So again, it has to be up, otherwise it won't properly set up itself. So again, it's actually clever enough to basically get the thread itself and set up itself. So take your bottom bobbin and position like this, so this thread is hanging from the right side, so not from the left side but right side, and then simply drop inside in this tiny compartment here, and you see you have this tiny slot here. So you simply take this bottom thread and feed it through this slot here and leave maybe like extra 10 or 15 centimeters loose like this. Then what you have to do is with one hand you are going to actually grab your top thread, so that we just threaded, and with other hand, okay, so we are going to turn this turn wheel here, and the top thread is essentially going to pick up also the bottom thread. So you see, let's see, I'm holding with tiny bit of force and turning it. Okay, kind of hard to show while filming. But yeah, as you see, the red thread is essentially going around here, here, and will pick up this white thread. So if I can get it up close, maybe. Okay, let's help it a bit. So you see, again, your job is to also hold it like this a bit, so you can actually properly get it out. Then next, you can simply take maybe like scissors and help it yourself to fish it out. Okay, so you see, and we have successfully threaded our machine here. So let's repeat this up close. So drop it in with the thread on the right side and feed it through here. Again, make sure to leave some 10 centimeters so it's loose like that. Then again, simply grab this thread with one hand, so just not much pressure, just a bit. So again, I'm simply going to turn my turn wheel and see what happens here. Okay, so you see it's essentially coming all the way around and it's picking up the white thread up. So you see how clever this little machine actually is. Again, let's simply use maybe scissors to help fish it out. Okay, and also, yeah, let's replace our cover here. And also what you have to do is also get your threads under the presser foot. So through this slot here, at least the top one. So like this. And when you are sewing, I suggest you to actually keep your threads like this. So in this position, so it doesn't interfere with the needle and doesn't bunch up. Also, before I show you how to sew with it, also let's cover all the other features of the sewing machine and explore what we actually get here. So first, when it comes to powering it, there are two different ways. So you see, you can actually insert 4 AA batteries here. And as you see, this machine already works here and we can start sewing with it. Also, you see, you have this light here as well, light switch. So you can actually see what you are doing here. Also, you have the cutoff thing here as well. So if you want to start sewing, so again, either use this button here on off, or also we can use the foot pedal here as well. So you see on the side you have 2 holes here, one for the foot pedal. So we would simply insert the foot pedal here. And the other hole is for your power adapter. So yep, we can either power it using batteries or also the included power adapter. So if you want to do that, so simply insert it in there. Also, if you are using it from the power adapter, also make sure to remove the batteries, otherwise it might create some problems. So again, it can be used only from one power source at the same time. Do not use it with the batteries if you also use it with the power. And if you want to operate it with the foot pedal, so you would simply place this on the ground and simply step it on with your foot if you want to turn it on or off. So you see, if I press it, it turns on. If I release it, yeah, it stops. Also, the sewing machine even has a bobbin wind-up function as well to activate it. So you simply pull out this thing from the top. And also you see you have this tiny button on the end of the turn wheel. So you simply press and turn it like this on the left side. And you see it pops out. Then while it's out, also turn it on the right side. So it locks in the place and doesn't go further inside. Also, before you use a bobbin wind-up, also make sure to remove the thread basically from the machine over here, from the arm at least. So these can stay if you want that. So yeah, let's simply put our spool up here. Then simply take this empty bobbin here and put like a few rounds of thread on it. So just to get it started. Okay. Let's snip this off and then simply push it on this tiny thing here. So with a bit of force. So again, I didn't lock it actually. So yep. Again. And then what you have to do is you have to actually create a bit of tension, and you will have to keep it holding with 1 or 2 fingers essentially, and also help it guide it properly on this bobbin. So again, it's not a very like advanced machine, so you have to help it yourself as well. So you are going to move your finger from the left side to the right side like this essentially. And once done, as you see, yeah, how cool is this? So we can remove it, and again we can use this snipper on the machine here as well. And to start sewing with it, simply put down your fabric here, drop down your presser foot, and the first stitch you should actually do manually on this machine. So compared to like a higher end machine, obviously it has its limitations. So again, I suggest you do the first stitch manually. So you see, I will simply drop it down first, down and up, and only then start basically it up. Otherwise it might bunch up and create some problems for you. So this is another thing you should know about this machine if it gives you some problems. So you see, then we can start using this button here or the foot pedal. So you see, I will start. Another thing which this machine doesn't have is a reverse. So if you want to basically armor the stitch, so the end of the stitch, what you would do is simply lift up your presser foot here and simply flip over your fabric like this. Again, drop it down and again do 1 or 2 basically stitches. Okay, and there you see basically you armored the end of your fabric. So to release and get the fabric out, so again lift it up. As you see, currently I have my needle down, so I have to actually manually get it up. So like this, so you see it's up, and then if you actually try to remove it, oftentimes it actually will give you like a problem pulling it out. So you see there's actually quite a lot of tension. So if you actually pull this thing, you might even break the needle. So again, if it doesn't come very easily, so do not pull. So what you have to do instead, you simply take this upper thread and simply create tension on it. So simply pull on the top thread here, and then you see, if you check, it releases very easily. So again, another thing which this machine is known for. So again, yeah, you can snip it off here. So this, for example, is what the stitch actually looks like. So if you see some problems basically in the stitch, for example, I see it's actually bleeding through here a bit. That means we probably do not have enough tension, or maybe the tension is a bit too much. So you see you have the tension wheel here as well. So you would simply turn it on the left side or also the right side, depending on the type of fabric you are sewing. So if it's like thinner fabric, so again the tension will be different than if you are sewing something very thick or maybe like multiple layers of the fabric. But yeah, when it comes to capabilities of the sewing machine, it can even like sew fairly thick denim, even several layers of it. So let's do that. Okay, so let's put it down here, get our presser foot down here, and again let's start our machine. Okay, so the needle is up. Lift the presser foot. Again, carefully remove it. If it doesn't come easily, so again, remember what I told you, simply take this thread manually and pull on it. Otherwise, again, you do not want to bend or break your needle. Otherwise, the machine will be, you will need to replace your needle again. So make sure to do it. Do not like force it out. Again, this is not a very high-end machine. So on higher end machine, we do not have to be as cautious essentially. And overall, when it comes to stitch quality, as you see, it's actually a very decent machine here. So it can even sew denim as well without any problems whatsoever. Also, if you check the strength of the stitch, as you see, it's actually very strong as well. So for such a small machine, that's actually very impressive indeed. And again, the best part is just how insanely portable this thing is. So again, as you see, you can literally put it in a small bag, maybe take it with you when you are camping or in RV. Again, it can run from batteries without any problems, so absolutely awesome. And again, also if you are perhaps looking to get this machine, so in the description I'll include a special discount link that you can follow and get it only for around $15, and that also is with free shipping. So I got mine from AliExpress, and again I literally paid only around $15 for this. Also I'll leave some extra coupons in the description that you can combine with this price to again bring it down basically a bit further. For this price, I think it's absolutely insanely cool and does everything a beginner would need. Good luck!